Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Every endeavor, every undertaking that we or any person takes involves a start and a finish. Finish what you start.
The neighborhood family. I am your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, and you are tuned into Happy Hood, the podcast, where we connect, cultivate, and build a meaningful community that is centered around health, agape, power, and institute. Happy Hood, it's a purpose driven lifestyle. What's going on, family? Hope all is well. Welcome back to the neighborhood. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am so excited that we're kicking off another season of Happy Hood, the podcast, where we're doing something that's familiar. We're going back to the roots. We're going back to the foundation, and that is finish what you start. If you're new to the neighborhood, this is truly a calling, a foundation, a mantra of Happy Hood the podcast, or Happy Hood, I should say. And it's pretty much was a sermon that my father did some years ago that I came across the tape and I started listening to it, and it just spoke to me. And it was at the same time that I was working on Happy Hood and really still, I will not still, but really thinking about what I want to do and what is this thing that God's calling me to do. And I was like, hey, our inaugural podcast season on Happy Hood the podcast, we're going to do a theme called Finish What You Start. And we're going to talk to some wonderful, amazing individuals about their experiences and what has helped them to live a purpose driven life. And from there, it just went, we just went and we continue to thrive. We continue to go through it and navigate, these different turns and these different speed bumps and these different uh, areas and obstacles and challenges through this journey to do exactly that, to finish what we start, and we got 12, say it again, 12 wonderful episodes for you that is going to not only allow you to get a sneak peek, or I should say, not only allow you to kind of put yourself in someone's shoes as it relates to their experiences, but it's going to really give you some how to's. You know, that's one thing that I wanted to really hone in on this particular series or on this season is some how to's. I want to give you some practice, right? Some practical steps that you can apply, that we all can apply to our journey, right? To our journey, because I believe we are all called to a we're all called to a life around producing and creating what God has put in us. We're all called to that. And we have to continue to go after our dreams and our desires that God put in us. Like finish what you start is not, it's not an event. Is not an event. It is a practice. It's not a one-time thing. It is a practice, right? It is a practice. So we have some wonderful, wonderful guests that's going to be coming on, and we're coming out every week. So over these next what 4 months, you're getting some amazing, amazing, amazing tips. You're going to get to know some amazing, amazing, beautiful people, all to motivate you, to inspire you, to help you live a purpose-driven life. And I thought about, hey, let's do a quick intro, a quick, introduction, or a quick snippet, or something that can prepare you for the season, And as you know, again, if you're familiar with the neighborhood, each year over the past 2 years, I have provided what I call 7 steps to finish what you start, and it's pretty much my year wrap up. It's the yearly wrap up, and where I provide these thoughts around what I learn and what I feel that others may also maybe learning this as well or looking to apply this to their life. And some of it's directly from my experiences, and some of it's secondary. Where I talk to my group of friends, my wife or my kids, something that I observed that I feel like, hey, that should be something that's a lesson in that particular, incident, that I need to apply to my journey. And family, this year so far, it's been a good year. It's been a good year. You will hear me say this throughout some of the episodes is that, my word for this year is clarity. Not was, but is. It's clarity. And it was a word that me and my wife chose early in the year, in which, kind of using that, choosing one word to center around for the year, using that practice. And it's been a it's been a ride, y'all. I based the word clarity, which is my word for the year, on a verse, Proverbs 3:5-6, chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. And I'll paraphrase this. It's like the verse goes, trust in the Lord in all your heart, with all your knowledge, lean not on your understanding, and through it all, submit all your ways to him, and he will make your path straight. And let me tell you, family, that first part around trust, phew, mm, something that a word that is used pretty much every day. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your kids? Are you trustworthy? We have heard it. We have utilized it, in so many different capacities. Um, but that's one thing that I'm learning throughout this part around clarity is the trust part, right? It's like it's things that I can control around my uh, preparation, around being organized and planning, where all those things lead to clarity. It leads you to making decisions in a more, uh, to be more efficient in your decision making, the speed of decision making, to help you to be more effective, right? Around how you making decisions, how you coming to a conclusion, how you problem solving different things. But the part that I am still learning is that uncertainty part, the part where you have to live in ambiguity, you know, and the part where you don't necessarily control it, you know, and the part where you are waiting for an answer, right? And if I can be very transparent and kind of vulnerable right now, um, I'm in this period of my life, where I have to come to some critical decision making. Um, and it deals with my entrepreneurial aspirations, you know, to where I think every entrepreneur comes to this fork in the road, where you have to make some critical decisions in order for you to really maximize your time and effort, to ensure that you're able to yield results, right? I provide, I guess not provide, but I give you some more transparency. So what I'm really talking about, where you come to a point where you no longer put your entrepreneur aspirations, um, you no longer put that as secondary, but you put that as your primary, right? And you come to a point where you have to make a decision whether you continue to work in other areas, um, that'd be corporate America, or do you take that step and really go after um, some things, you know, and asking God to give me clarity on this it's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's been so much of a journey. If I can be real and transparent, thank you, family. Um, I was driving in my car one day, and again having this conversation, right? Planning out, what does it look like, right? Can we do it? You know, all these questions that you try to answer around, we able to continue to um, live the life you want, economically, can you afford to do it? Is enough savings, do you have enough savings saved up? And, all these questions that you have as you think about jumping out of the plane, jumping, and really going after your own business. And, I've, this voice came in my head, um, and I believe it was the Holy Spirit, and it said, "Why don't you just go ahead and leave and start now? Go ahead and leave." And I said, "I'm scared." And family, if I can be quite honest, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of going after this. I'm scared of the uncertainty of what it is, not what it is, or what a failure. I'm scared of not doing a good job. I'm scared of, you know, do I have enough this? Do I have enough that? And that's the part where I am, learning to be comfortable in, and learning that God is ordering my steps and providing clarity. He's leading me to clarity, right? And while I would love God to say, "Hey, turn here, turn there, you have arrived at your destination," I know it doesn't work like that. I know it doesn't work like that. And I'm just at this point where, and maybe, as you come to an age, where your passion is. You know what you like, what continues to stimulate you, stimulate you intellectually, stimulate you emotionally, stimulate you physically, all these things, like, those things that stimulate you, things that you like, things that you are passionate for. um and That's where I'm at, right? And for me, it's like, hey, you talking about finishing what you start. What you gonna do, Murray? What are you going to do? And I don't know. I know that planning, being organized, um, can provide that clarity. I know what's in my control, right? I know that, you know, having X amount of savings, doing these things, having a plan for happy. I know those, all those things are in my control. It's the other part, or I should say, the beginning of that verse, that I am learning to do more of, And it says, again, the beginning says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Mm, you know, and that part there is where I'm at. Is where I'm at. So finish what you start. I believe, as I said, having clarity in your direction in what you're looking to drive, that's pretty much part of the equation when it comes to finish what you start. You have to have clarity. You have to have that, right? If you remember my process of um, uh, my design process as it comes to helping me around executing was discipline, purpose, clarity, focus, execute. So those were my design thinking, or my process of thinking when it comes to executing. But what I want to also say, family, on the other end of that is the part where the uncertainty are things that are not in your control. How do you, and I'm learning, release those things to God? And maybe that's just simply what you do, right? You release those things and knowing that, and this is where the faith meets clarity. Yeah. This is where faith meets clarity, right? Like they're coming on the road together, right? And this is where, okay, you got the clarity, you're planning out, you're organizing, you're doing these things. But here comes faith. You got to have faith too. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So, family, welcome back to the neighborhood. Welcome to a new season, a new season, a new season, a new day. Finish what you start. As I said, these next couple of weeks are going to truly be spectacular. I think they're going to really speak to you, and get ready. Get ready to be motivated. Get ready to be inspired. Get ready to remove some things in your life in order for you to enhance your speed, in order for you to drive a little further, in order for you to go an extra step, in order you to get, I don't know about you, but I'm in need of a boost. I'm in need of a boost to get me over, as we go up this incline, right? We're in this incline. We almost finished with the race, right? We're thinking about this year. We're going up an incline, right? And we need that energy. We got to breathe. We got to breathe. Breathing is part of the first step, right? Is breathing, getting that oxygen flowing, building up your endurance, as you go up this incline, as we go to that next level. As we go into the next level, it's not a matter of if we're going to go, if we're going to finish. It's a matter of when these things going to occur. All right. So, happy family, be strong and know that you were created for greatness. And no matter what life may bring you, always love God, love self, love your neighbor. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Until next time, be blessed.